Alright. Hello, everyone. Hi, LB. Also, whatever guitar time is, can't see it. How are you, though? I'm assuming that's, what, 7? 17? Whatever the 7 one is for emotes. And I don't know if OBS can show those. My dog is playing a guitar? Oh. Then why can't I see it? Very weird. Same thing with the clap one. Yes, Sophie, I know, but my thing hasn't been updated for the whatever the whole 7. I don't remember. I don't know the names. I don't use emotes. I don't fucking know. But it only uses Ranker Z and Better Twitch TV, and the other one doesn't have. It's not there because it didn't exist when I did this. So I haven't even checked if it's probably on the list by now, but I never had any reason to go look at it. So hi, F. Anyway, this is Control. This is another Remedy game. This is what they did before Alan Wake 2. And I'm really excited to play it. This is not a first playthrough for me. It's been a bit, but I did play it when it was free on PS Plus years ago at this point, I feel like. I don't know. It might have even been pre-pandemic, so like 20 years ago or something. But I'm excited to play with a mouse and keyboard. I've played a little bit. It runs. I can have ray tracing on, so it's going to look nice. It runs at a decent frame rate. That's going to change certain spots in the game. There's a specific hallway in this game that does not run well on any system, and we'll see about that. Otherwise, the game should be fine. I went and I bought the DLC. It sadly was not on sale, but I did have $20 to spare, so I have both the expansions, and I'll be seeing those. So Alan Wake will be making an appearance at some point in this playthrough. If any of you are familiar with like SCP stuff, Objects of Power, this is going to make immediate sense to you. If not, I'm sorry, I will not explain. Anyway, let's go. If you're not familiar with SCP, this is going to be very weird.
This is going to be weirder than usual.
Exactly.
Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am.
Hi, Zoe.
I know
bye.
I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie.
The prison movie.
The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different.
Oh,
for
also,
each of us.
there's going to be some imagery of getting shot in the head.
Terrible, but we're all
There was that in Alan Wake 2.
Fixed. But it's all a lie.
Forgot he did
Something
that.
to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us.
Our
We're
favorite character.
lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? Hello? Anyone here?
This game already looks like 1,000 times better than on PS4. I will be reading stuff in this one, unlike I was doing with Deus Ex. A lot of the stuff in Deus Ex is like lore bits. This is also lore bits, but they're very cool because Remedy is great about like stuff that's going on. The reason why the environment is the way it is sometimes. So if I don't read these things, it will be very much weirder, and you'll miss out on some cool stuff. So anyway, reminder: certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials, unauthorized weapons, pagers, laptops, smartwatches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart, number 2 pencils, any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypal concept, e.g. rubber ducks, ketchup bottles. All material under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your supervisors immediately. This lighting. Look at that. That's so cool. Multiple containment breaches detected. Oh no. Internal lockdown. Things have gone wrong. And I just get to walk in.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
Major staffing, surveillance, expenditure symmetry. Major spending is staffing, surveillance, redacted, data center initiative, construction, redacted, and redacted. Minor, office equipment, janitorial costs, redacted, mold removal, HQ livability costs. Cost breakdown spreadsheet, see page 5. 5-year comparison chart, see page 9. Huh. He looks oddly familiar. I wonder why. I love this too. This is like our bureau at work. It's just the bag of Ozzy. Then we've got the director. Zachariah Trench. This way. It's a bathroom.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
There's just no one here. Creepy. Security order. Redacted. A shark in his redacted. Although secure, redacted. Permission to redacted. Following basic protocol, redacted. Shoot to kill, redacted. Apparently the shark went wrong, like the raptor in Jurassic Park. Reports reminder. Hello, as you all know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request form R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you'll need to go get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under Section 75.2 of the Employee Manual. Your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darling, Ms. Marshall, Mr. Salvador, and Mr. Kirkland, as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Your admin team. Oh, and we have the sweet
Hello?
tones of Ahti.
Hey,
Oh,
excuse
hello.
me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, then you are no helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
He did say if they didn't hire me, the axe will be busy. Ahti's the best. Oh, we just went around in a circle. It's different now.
The cell. And the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
Oh yeah. Control's gonna get real weird very quickly. But Control is very cool. They do a lot of really cool effects. Just overall, real good. Maybe my favorite Remedy game? Alan Wake 2 is really good, but I think Control might be my favorite out of all the ones they've done.
Did I lose you there
For
a
now.
moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
And if you're okay with like a good visualization of like the late 70s, I'm gonna say, they do a really good job of that too. Approved terminology reminder. Reminder, drafting any public-facing material while panning any notifications of death related to the Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines. Words, phrases to use. In the service of his, her country, regret, proud, pride, will be remembered. Words, phrases to avoid. Alaska, scissors, blood, bleed, loss, apologies, sorry. Oh, well, something happened. Disturb. Barbara, I am not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day, for the rest of the week. Can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. Drench. Oh, no. What could be wrong with Director Trench?
Shit.
Oh.
Shit.
Well, that is a lot wrong with Director Trench.
You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
Okay. Broadcasting from the pyramid. Other, only director can wield. Gun, sword, intentionally left blank. Application will be processed.
The poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Only the director can bind the service weapon and live/die. This is your ritual challenge. You must choose to be the chosen one.
Look at this place. Where am I?
Like, how is this not a cool visual? All slash none of the above. I missed the first one. These are the concepts, tattoos we see in your minds. Service weapon. It has many forms, like the house, prison you occupy. I need to change melee from V. That's not going for me. Little mouse button, anything? Launch. Also E. Shield, evade, oh. Using the side buttons? Might just leave it at V, then the power's gonna be way more important. Probably not gonna be using that for launch, though. Oops. So, we'll make that... Oh, no. V is a very weird key for me. I know it's like standard, but I don't like it. V, I'll just get used to it. I do need to do something, though, with my mouse. And I check to make sure I don't have macros on for the side buttons. I don't think I do, not in this profile. I do in the Skyrim profile. No, I don't. Okay, good. I had to make sure. Otherwise, I'd be hitting space constantly. Okay, well, I'll just get used to B.
The same.
Service weapon! Roll the gun / house.
Okay. Now I have a gun.
Hooray, we did it! U/we wield the gun /u. Forward to point to. The slashes are very important to read into.
Something's coming.
We're now the director.
This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
Guess not.
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror. Get the fuck away!
Anyway, really cool thing about Control is it's very reminiscent of Fear in a lot of ways, where shit goes flying, there's dust in the air. Great. Makes combat real satisfying.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Got us. Reach the hotline.
Materials. The clearance level. Darn. Service weapon. Any procedure. No unique procedures required. Description. Para-utility. Noted form is variable. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to blank. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of redacted. The object will determine whether redacted. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. The process is dictated by the redacted, though their criteria is unknown. We can kind of fill in all those blanks already. Background. This object was discovered inside the oldest house, in the room that is now used as the director's office. Popular hypothesis. Redacted. Many forms throughout history. Redacted. Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varanastra, all weapons that redacted of their wielders. If object or power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. This is the case. Redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.1 for more details. And then that's the object power thing, and then this is just his guard. Do you read these? Yes. Look, it's Trench. Let's see. His entity, his corrupted security guard. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss guards use the standard issue bullpup rifles they carried prior to corruption, while the armored guards carry pump-action shotguns. There's no observed paranatural abilities, with the exception that certain Hiss guards are protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance. Capable of stopping bullets, is the shielding the result of prolonged Hiss corruption? Does the Hiss mature in organic hosts over time? More data is needed. Did the Hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the Hiss have that level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts or tasks they are best suited to? Combat-trained hosts are reserved for combat. These are all questions for later, but it is obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge on the use of their weapons. File redacted for full report. There's going to be a lot of redactions. Not sure there's anything here. Oh, way back here. Data reservations. Reminder, drafting any public-facing material. Why is it not looking the way around? Okay, anyway. Data reservations at 7. Chez Ombre. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you in the lobby reception. Remember, she is turning 46. That secretary is putting in a lot of extra work.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
And hopefully you don't die. Like, these guys. These guys are having some problems. We're gonna see a lot of that stuff, too. People floating around. They're, not having a good day. Executive meeting minutes. Agenda items for next executive meeting: rising costs of AWE response, update on mold eradication efforts, upcoming annual salary review, new supplier of coffee filters to be found and vetted. Please come prepared. Thank you for your time. And then it's me! Because I'm the director now, so my picture is now hung up everywhere. Well, the safe room didn't really help that guy. Memory, do I still not have? Yeah. Wait on that. Marshall, AWE investigations. Marshall's eyes only. Marshall checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything. Just like the house fire before this and the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. He was getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort out fake AWEs from the real thing, or do you rotate these field agents off for a bit? Or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch, next on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Oh, can't go through that hole. Okay. Whoop, whoop. Very ominous. Whoop. Boy, I want powers already.
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
So we just touch it. Boop.
Holy shit! You did it! We did it!
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us?
Can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Shit! You're the new director. Hold on, we're coming out.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this...
Hiss?
That works? Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
And it was fucking cool.
And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
Got any cool in here? Thing. Control points. Control points are locations in the Bureau that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point and the redacted arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. I wonder if you just get to the point where you're writing something and you don't want to make a new name for it, you just like, nah, we just redact it, don't even have a name. These control points are discovered by redacted detection of an unobstructed ping using the redacted within a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or redacted or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. A common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be redacted. Cleanse the Hiss corrupted agent. Where am I going for that? Not in here, I guess. Oh, this guy. I see now. Sorry, this lady.
It didn't work. The hiss has
And it
burned
melted.
too deep. Ripping
Didn't
it
go well for
out
me.
rips them apart. I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it. Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time. That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us, or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
Lucky for me.
That's Tomasi's department. He's head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this.
Like Magneto's prison.
I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
Don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there. Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
Thanks,
Sounds easy
Emily.
enough. I have questions.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The Hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the Hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily.
Button I can hit that's not enter? No, can I just...
You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay. This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I'd need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah. Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this? Got it. Thanks.
I wonder how many people are like, they're like, got it? No.
So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Okay.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
All the
Just let
questions
me
we can
know.
have. And then there's the Wall of Men. I'm assuming these are all the directors? Yeah, because there's Trench, and then that's gonna be me! Alright, let's get going. Oh, clear up 3. There's a setting in here. Mute copyrighted music. Let's turn that on. I forgot. Okay, this is Jukebox plays copyrighted music. Might have already done it with the radio I was talking about. Things were going on over that, so. Okay, I can't even use that. But that did remind me that there's a setting for that, at least. Map. Going this way? Yes.
There it is again. A welcome message.
things have clearly been going well here in the Bureau of Control. Huh. That's cool. I didn't realize it was killing me for a bit, and then it was too late. Like, obviously something bad was happening. I didn't know I was losing health.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
So we're not going that way. Oops. That was me. Havana summary. Portrait trench. 12 points. So the game froze. It's struggling to do something. Yep, it crashed. Yay! Okay. Not sure what caused that. Didn't like me looking at the notes. Let's see if that keeps happening. Not this again. Crashing games? That's pretty normal. Doesn't happen that often. I might just have to turn off ray tracing. I think that might be causing some problems. That's all I can think of. This card should be able to handle this form of ray tracing, though. Like every game you... No. No. Deus Ex 3 has never crashed. Lies of P didn't crash. I will not hear these lies.
Again, our welcome message.
And Oblivion was supposed to crash. That was the whole point of that stream. Where was that? There it is. Picked up? Yeah. Whoop. Okay, not going in there yet. That's for future me. personal mods. Energy, recovery, speed. I'm gonna want this one probably for now. Nothing wrong going on here. It's just what the office looks like today. I'll read stuff later then. In case that was a problem. Whoop. So we cleanse the control point.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. I mean, it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
He's so fucking proud of himself.
Communications. We're on the right
We'll
track.
get there. I forgot just how much reading was in this game. So, maybe I won't read everything. We'll fill time with reading. How about that? Damn. So, like, if I don't have enough time to do something, we'll read documents. Because some of them are actually very good. Some of them are actually funny as well. And it will make the world feel a lot less confusing sometimes. Well, maybe not a lot less. But it's still going to be confusing. Oh, a book club. These are fantastic. I love these.
Hey, Meg! What's wrong? My mom's dead. She walked into the city and didn't come back. I don't know what missing in actions is, but I sure wish someone would find her.
I'll help you look, Topher. We'll find your mama together.
Sorry, dirty, rotten fart person. Oh man. The Threshold kid stuff are very good. They're meant to be cursed. Absolutely. A streamer I watch uses Threshold Kids for her sub notification. Already in this room. So definitely a completely different vibe from like Night Springs or something, or the Costco commercials. Whoop! Oh, you good, man? I just got hit in the face with a pneumatic tube, but oh. Okay, well I guess we're going in here.
Object of power. Some of the history. We need to cleanse it.
Gotta go this way. Oh boy. Our first power. Floppy disk / nuke can be bound. Game launch / telekinesis. He just to believe director.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
This looks so different, not on PS4, like the way they have these patterns and like the lighting. I'm assuming that's a shadow, kind of an artifact, but they're using it to make that look extra weird with like how fizzly it looks. It's really good. / noise spurring into our astral plane / secret base. I'm gonna stop / mute them director. Well, I'll sure try. Floppy disk is now bound/delivered. The Hiss/antagonist is seeking our astral plane.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This was...
Now we can just throw all these objects. Woo! Are they exploding? That's all of them. Any better here? Reload speed. I don't have shatter yet. Okay. Nothing here.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Yeah, see, rooms like this, though, like, I was running the game, I was running it with 80 frames earlier, but then you get to rooms like this with a lot of glass, a lot of reflections, and now I'm down to 40 frames. But yeah, that's ray tracing. That's a known problem. It makes a huge... Every system takes a huge dip in these rooms. So, anyway, look, we've got potato chips, crackers, pistachios. They have to be like this from that thing we read earlier, which I think is really funny. So I might end up just turning off ray tracing. As cool as it looks, I think it's going to cause more problems than anything. Hey, clearance level 1. This little thing didn't help him.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy.
Thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below them. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room.
There you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts.
That's so crazy. Ghosts are real.
Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange. something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight, we'll be right back.
Alright, so I'm going to turn off ray tracing real quick, or at least maybe parts of ray tracing. Play, because I don't think I need that, really. Or that. Or transparent reflections. See what that looks like. That's better. I still get the ray trace reflections, but I don't think I get the reflections on glass? Is that what that means? Yeah. So the glass reflections are gone. What if... turn that off and just have the reflections? Nah, that's still pretty bad, but not as bad. I kind of like the reflections. They're nice. I don't even notice the difference with everything else. Like, I guess the contact shadows are kind of gone, but a lot going on there anyway. Yeah, so these radios aren't going to play anything now because I muted the copyrighted music.
This must open the door.
Oh, I got clearance level 1 again. Now, I kind of struggled with this guy in PS4. That definitely went much better for me. Being able to aim quickly.
I have a feeling he'll be back. Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
Into the hotline chamber. Okay, let's go to the hotline chamber. Oh, was it upstairs? Oh, yeah, okay.
Alberto Tomasi, head of comms.
All right, take this down.
The hiss got him.
The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an altered item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
That was a real thing that happened, by the way. The sonic attack in the U.S. Embassy.
The hotline can't be far now.
So they turned some current event into a thing in the game, which is fun. I like that.
Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream Logic. The light switch cord.
This one?
Door marked with the Black Pyramid.
I guess I pull it? Okay. Entry point. The law of three applies. 1, 2, 3.
Have we been here before? No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
I'm here to sell my junk. Fine. Same vending machine. I can't melee the door. Man. Do these even exist anymore? Little cigarette vending machines? Do the kids know what that would even be?
Key has a black pyramid on it.
Like, so many places don't want smoking anymore. I haven't seen one in forever. I mean, I guess once smoking was banned indoors for a lot of places, they just kind of stopped showing up. Also, this is cool. There's that picture. And then suddenly, where the picture? So good. Hotline/Seashell is a transmitter/bridge. Directors can call the board/long distance. I'm glad we can call long distance. just eats everything. One of the Langoliers. Oh, I can make it tiny. Cute. Well done, /dial director. Contact us /past cells on the hotline /collectibles menu. Impulsive /weekly calls. We'll see about that.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations.
We're not getting one of those.
She's right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
No, nosebleeds.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench.
Using too much of my psychic powers.
Listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily. People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Butt supplement. Oh, now we're just in the director's office. And the body's gone. There was a door over here? Yeah. More reading. Agent death notification. Oh, 4.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms? The hiss? Sorry. You made it. I'm glad.
Emily? Let's talk.
Of course.
Sorry, I had to grab the thing, but I couldn't reach it. It was weird.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown. Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. All that and the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself. Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Have we tried just walking inside? It's not ominous at all.
Hi, Jesse.
Okay, nothing else to ask you.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know. Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
I don't. Is it copyrighted?
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
Oh, now I hear it.
They say the new director can launch objects up to 20 feet.
Bullshit. We've never recorded any distance over 5.
Obviously, you never read the P6 data.
I can't throw anything here to show them.
Time to work. Meet me in the maintenance.
Okie dokie.
Like I said before, the janitor is a friendly face.
The fucking cut. There's a reason why Ahti's the best character.
The maintenance sector is the janitor domain. If I can find Ahti here, he can help me reach the override. Maybe it was you who got me into the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ahti. It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office. Is Ahti guiding me too?
Anything better? Miles per shot. That's okay, but not really what I need right now. We're gonna want that. So this is the hallway.
The directorial override is right there, in the control room.
Really wrecks people's computers with when you have all the stuff on. It's a very good ray tracing test. Because there's glass, there's global illumination, there's contact shadows, there's all the effects going on, like... There's a lot there. feel like I got lucky hitting it on the way, like pulling the object behind him to me, hitting him both times. Whoop. Where'd you go? I heard the shot. Were you above me? There he is. Being able to aim with a mouse is so nice. As I feel like most people would imagine. But, like, having played this entire game, like, I 100% did it on PS4. I played a lot of it with a controller. And just now being able to use a mouse. God, it's so nice.
What's down that way?
This way? Oh. Woo! Okay. This is the one I think it is.
Ugh, this place makes me nauseous.
Whoop, whoop.
An object of power.
No,
How do
not
you
the one I
think
thought
it
it
got
was.
down here? A carousel horse. Why is kid stuff always so creepy?
I got a horsey. God, control to evade. Dash. Use it to cruise/escape yourself. Oh. I thought I made that. I might have to change that from evade for evade. Oh man. I don't know what I'd change it to though. Woo! Now the horse are now bound. What? Oh, I didn't read it. I'm busy thinking like what I'm going to change these controls to. I gotta rethink these controls. Okay. So, tab is the map. We're gonna keep that. I don't really like making caps lock a thing, but I might have to use that. We've got Q for nothing. What does Q do? Q is shield, okay, or that mouse button. I think I'm okay with launch being that. We can maybe get rid of E, but I don't want E to be like evade. So, no, because I'm not gonna... It needs to be... Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. Let's go with sprint being control, evade being shift. Because that's a toggle, and shift is just much easier, because it's just R when finger rests. Okay. Much better. Ah! More! Yes!
Stepping to the FBC, let's rush to do, let's rush to me, but you don't touch, and don't scream much, let's join the Threshold Kids.
I love these so much. Why is kid stuff always so creepy?
Hey, Meg! What are you drawing? I'm drawing a dog!
I'm drawing the pyramid.
The what?
The pyramid.
Modem sound.
What's a pyramid?
The Black Pyramid. It's in the astral plane.
Airplane?
Astral plane. It's big, white, and empty. Or is it? It's a weird, crazy alien dimension. The white goes on forever. You can get lost in all that
So creepy.
white and never find your way back home.
I miss my home.
Oh my god. They're so good. They are creepy, absolutely though. I love the poster of Ahti. Oh man, textures. There we go. Yeah. I would take a poster of Ahti.
Well done. You got the job. It's place for congratulations. Yippee, saatana. It happened in the last drop. I truly need an assistant.
Funny thing is, I've been a janitor. I'm more at home in that role than as the director. Only Ahti here seems to see that.
Yeah, hi, Ahti. Look, we need to get the lockdown lifted, otherwise I can't get to the other sectors. Can you help me get to the override?
Yes, yes. Easy peasy. It's just around the corner. But first, we need to get you working. Very small, couple of hours job.
Something tells me it's gonna be more than that.
Yeah. You think there's a dog buried in this? I can tell you are not yesterday's Krause's son. That's why you'll make a great assistant. Very well. I'll hit the facts on the table. Mä kyllä sanon perkele suoraan, that this house has a vermin problem. A bad one. They've already messed up the cooling pumps. And the power generators of a power plant, perkele. And the pensioner inside is starting to feel the band around his head tighten. The situation needs to be fixed before the plant blows up. and we all disappear like a fart in Sahara.
Trying my best to keep up with this. Fix the coolant pumps and the power generators, otherwise the power plant will blow.
But don't you worry. I've left you clear instructions. You'll catch the end of the thread before I go to my vacation. The work's on the task board here. You can do later, when you have time.
Vacation? Right.
Yes, no one's gonna cancel my holiday or seat's gonna rattle. But don't worry at all. You'll take care of it, and soon this crisis gonna be last winter's snow. You better go now, so you don't have to run with your head as your third leg. The door in the back leads to the plant.
The door in the back. That's great. Thank you, Ahti.
I love the fact that just proving the point that he is like, you know, interesting.
Throw it in the fire. Burn it all. Burn it into a reindeer, not into a moose.
But every time you think something, he responds to what you're thinking. And that's really cool. The only character that does that, because Ahti's the best. And just like the way he talks, because he talks in a lot of like metaphor stuff. I don't know if they're cultural or not, but I don't know, they're very good.
Okay, so what happens again if that thing blows up?
Power. Explosion. Too much. Director's duty. Keep the lights on.
I'm gonna have to get used to shift not being sprint now. We'll get there.
Hey, are you new? Then go talk with Chief Arish in the security booth. He's in charge here.
Okie dokie.
Ma'am! Hey! Chief Arish, FBC Security. Shouldn't you be in a safe room?
Nah.
HRAs. We're on the same side.
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm here to perform the directorial override to get the lockdown lifted.
Yeah, Chief Arish, FBC Security. I'm just... Oh, hang on, you're the new director. It's a pleasure, ma'am.
Let's skip the formalities, please.
Right. Faden, ma'am. Look, as you can probably tell, it's a bit of a shit show down here. We've been holding our ground, but whatever's gotten into our buddies has them wrecking the coolant pumps and the power converters. The NSC keeps overheating, and my crews keep getting shot before they have a chance to make any repairs.
NSC?
Oh, sorry. Bureau jargon. It's what we call the power plant. You know, the big rumbling metal thing? Salvador, head of security, asked me to protect it in case of an attack. See, what's inside is dangerous. Dr. Darling seemed to know it would be a target.
Darling? He's here?
No, he came down a few days ago, before everything went to hell. He was out of it. Smelled like a bar mat. He was ranting about vulnerabilities and how he only had one large-scale HRA, but that he needed it somewhere else. Still, at least he gave us these personal HRAs before he left. Hey, did I mention that he was tearing his clothes off? Crazy dude.
Darling knew the hiss was coming.
Listen, I love playing 20 questions as much as the next guy, but we have got to get the water and electrical systems repaired before this baby blows. I'll have my guys unlock the doors out of here for you.
I'll take care of it. You stay and keep the hiss away from the plant if you can.
The hiss? That's what we're calling him? Oh, that's catchy. Listen, the radios aren't working, so if you find my boss Salvador out there, could you please ask him what the plan is? I'm sure he will have one by now.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
He sure has a lot of faith in his boss.
Try to stay alive.
Easier said than done. Anything else down here?
Oh man, Ahti is gonna be so pissed. When the converters and coolant pumps are working again, we should help.
Alright, we'll ask you questions later.
Right. You gotta lock down the lift.
Control point. I hate these guys so much. Woo! These guys are gonna cause so many problems for me. Woo! They like sneak up on you and explode. And yeah, they'll get mixed in with other enemies. God, they're a pain in the ass.
Replace the part.
Oh, it's up above. Okay. Continue first, though. Not that. Not that. Get a little close. But first, the furnace chamber.
I trashed. Did I find barrels full of hazardous biological material?
Where are the rest of them?
My name is Dr. Pierce, lead researcher of the Parakinesiology Department. I believe I've discovered a Code Omega paranatural entity residing within the Bureau itself.
That doesn't sound good.
Right under our noses. Darling refused to allocate me the budget or resources, so I'm taking matters into my own hands. Let this recording be the proof I need to convince them. The furnace can speak. It's been talking to me for some time now. Listen. Did you hear that? It's a sentient force capable of communicating. I checked, and there's no record of ever installing this furnace. I believe that... Oh, sorry. What? Yes, I can feed you. What do you eat? I see. I'll try to find some volunteers.
Find some volunteers? Oh, no.
Looks like they're breaking some environmental regulations on waste disposal, but if that's what Ahti wants, then I'll get it done.
I don't know. Feeding the furnace that eats humans, maybe not. the best idea. Eats biological material. Can I throw it from this far away? I go... Ha! Oh, no, it just goes in a straight line. Okay, yeah, I can probably do that. Oops. Gotta throw better. Mail tube complaint. Keep that up there real quick. Dodge efficiency. That might be all of them. It's a good way to get you, like, trained with launch, though. Hooray! I've got ability points. Maybe you have had ability points this whole time. Yeah, I've got like 9 of them. What am I using right now? Energy recovery speed. 9% is not really going to help me very much. But I'm gonna want to dodge more than anything, I think. I think good here. Ammo refund chance on hit. No, that's not a big deal. That's good for shatter. 15% damage boost. Absolutely take that. I don't actually know when I get to use my ability points. I feel like I'm not there yet. Like, why wouldn't I be? I seem to have forgotten some things.
I don't like that sound.
I know at some point I'll be able to use launch on bodies, which is a lot of fun. And then I'll be able to craft things as well. I know that's coming.
Bro, go to ship. Fix it fast. If the plant goes boom, you can throw the spoon in the corner.
Throw the spoon in the corner? Aki, what does that mean? I hear them.
Shit. What now?
My old enemy, the clock, is blocking the pipes.
Old enemy, the clog. Oh, hey, that's gross.
What the fuck is happening here?
Hi, Moobs. It's hard to explain.
What is that? Oh, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Ah. Just clearing a clog. Ow. Moved too soon, I guess. That just caught me. How are you today, Moobs? I'll make that walk all over again.
Just hold together a little longer.
Hands and feet are bugging you today. Oh, that sounds terrible. There's someone up there. Not that. Nope. Give me that. Give me that box. There we go. That's why I hate those guys. No, damn. Can't feel the bottoms of your feet or your fingertips. That still sounds like it sucks. Like, that would just bother me. Will it get better over time?
This place is gonna come down.
Like, I mean, like, eventually fades, but, like, will that, like, stop happening eventually? If it doesn't fade over time, it's permanent nerve damage. Gotcha. I hear the screaming. Oh. still under me. I don't like that. Oh god, it didn't even hurt. It didn't even stun him. Okay. Whoop. Nope, can't shoot it through that.
What the hell is that?
Well, it's good as progressing. I hope it's not permanent. I mean, things could be worse, I suppose, but I hope it's not permanent. Also, the fact that Ahti just sends me in here to deal with this thing, and he's like, oh yeah, that's my friend the Clog. You know, once a week, me and him, we get together. Ahti's so great. Why does it have like weird like tentacles though? Okay, where's the magic hitbox on this one? There we go. So gross.
We need to fix this thing ASAP. There go the pipes. Nothing more satisfying than manual labor.
Thought I saw something spawn, but I guess not. Oh, I don't like he's got a minigun. It's Vulcan Raven. Oh no. Oh god. Be great if all the help on the ground he wasn't just standing next to. So yeah, hi Moobs. Welcome to a game very heavily influenced by SCP. And if you're not necessarily keen on all the meta bullshit of SCP and what all that means, things are going to be very weird and make no sense for you for a while. much. Oh, that gang noise of hitting with the metal pipe, that was super satisfying. Collect all my junk. That makes this make more sense now. Okay, good.
Blockages and pipes see through. Crew feels a lot safer when you're around.
And I've got one more thing to do. Yes, okay.
I should be going. Try to stay
Right.
alive.
You gotta lock down the lift.
Now I need to go a different direction. This way. Never mind. This way, there we go. Wasn't expecting so many explosions. Woo! The fun thing about launch that I learned very late into my PS4 playthrough of this game is that I don't need to pull it all the way to me, so I can actually have it hit them from behind. There's an enemy later on who like shields himself in the front and makes that very apparent of how that works really well. That's all of them, I think. When's the point? But it also means you can use launch a lot faster. You don't really care where it's coming from. And you can launch it around corners and stuff like that. It's really good. The advanced tactics.
It's fried up. You need to fix it before the whole living rats inside the
like that
has a ship.
Nope. Still got to get used to spread not being shift. Dodge being controlled is just gonna be too annoying, so I just gotta get used to this. I did not mean to dodge right off the edge. I won't say the game has too many buttons, but maybe too many buttons. I might just be okay with things being on the mouse, honestly. Like, could switch some things around, but like, dodge and sprint, like I need both of those to be on not my dominant fingers. Never expected him to explode so much. On. Woo. Okay, what's in here? Maybe I can only spend ability points at control points. I didn't even think about that. There's so much about this game I feel like I've forgotten. As far as like, as with most games that I haven't played in a while. I did grab a power cube and I think I threw it over the edge. Is there another one somewhere? Oh, they're right here. Never mind. Whoop. Hooray for not blowing up. Very important. How do I get that though? Besides, like, you know, just climb the fence. And drop down there later. Oh, but I want it now. I want it. I can actually just climb the fence. Okay. I didn't think I could jump that high. Hooray. Next control point, and I'll actually use this one and then use my ability points. I think I've got so many.
To protect them, forces contain a lockdown would only be lifted by a directorial override.
Abilities! Yeah, okay. That was
This
exactly
is
it.
what we came here to do.
Health is gonna be important later, but I think I'm missing a lot of things so far. But I need grenades and rockets is gonna be important though. That, yep. That 50% launch damage. Now I can grab grenades and rockets, which is very important because I literally almost died to one of those. Let's take energy next. Go, and now I can do stuff more. I've got a weapon form slot. I want Shatter. Shatter is just really fucking good. We'll do that later. Okay. Now, Shatter is a shotgun. Spin is fun. Spin's not that great though. The gun is the key. there's going to be a sniper rifle version of the gun. I will probably be taking that at some point. But most of the time, I actually just
The other
use the
sectors should be
standard
open
version.
now. I think it's time I told Emily why I'm here. I'll risk it. You two should get to know each other.
I mean, like, really, what is she gonna do? Janitor's office. Gotta go talk to the janitor. I have jobs that I've done for Ahti. I just teleported there too, huh? It wouldn't have been too long. We got a lot of stuff going on here. You kind of want to get in a fight, though. Hi, Ahti. Any more jobs for me? No? Okay. Bye, Ahti. Just had to check. Nope, not that way. Can I go through just the glass? I sure can. Zoom. Hi, Amanda. How are you today? Go. Yes, enjoy. Having a shotgun is gonna be so nice. Can't wait to use it. I should check for my mods actually.
They're saying Trench was shot dead. The situation's getting...
He sure was shot dead. Let's take this off. This one I want. No, I'm gonna want for damage. We're gonna do for this one. Maybe ammo cost per shot. That's not gonna be that great, but you know what? No, let's take this one, and then we'll take 15 damage just on this. Yeah. Hooray! Keep the dodge. Heard it was a late night? Yeah, it was. I'm doing good, though.
Jesse, you made
Fortunately,
it.
means I've got to
And
sleep
lifted the
early today,
internal
though.
lockdown.
Let's talk.
I work tomorrow.
Yes, of course.
But I think we played until like, what, 3 a.m. or something? Close enough?
Listen, Emily.
Screw it. Just tell her.
I haven't been completely honest. I have a younger brother, Dylan. When we were kids, we found an old slide projector in Ordinary's landfill. The slides created doorways to other places. Bad things happened. Came through.
So you passed out like way
That's
before
all
we
she
saw it
gets.
too. You missed the whole jetpack
The rest
situation.
stays locked inside.
But we found help.
Unfortunately, very sad.
Through one of the doorways, we met something. A being.
A being. What kind of being?
It's hard to describe, but she helped us. We managed to turn the projector off. The bad things that came through the doorways were gone. After that, your people came. Tried to grab us. I ran away. They got
Woke up at one point and LB shooting herself into concrete. Yeah, that was the jetpack.
Bureau agents.
Glad you're awake
took
for
your
that.
brother?
Yes. You covered it up. No one believed me. I just want to find Dylan. I've been looking for him ever since.
What happened to the slide projector? It sounds like another object of power.
I thought you took it. The Bureau. Along with Dylan.
I've never heard of it. But around here, assume everything's classified. You know, I looked into the ordinary AWE case files after you mentioned it. Trench and Darling were both involved. A large area of the containment sector was reserved for it. The case hasn't been active for a long time. I have no idea if anything's still there. Can you tell me more about this being you found?
Let's hope you two get along.
She's been with me ever since Ordinary. In my head. She led me to you. I call her Polaris.
Your nose is
As
wet.
in a guiding star. Did Polaris
It's
know
cold.
about
Stop touching me with it.
If she got you in here in spite of the lockdown, she's very powerful. Which may help explain your test results. Your readings are incredible, Jesse. Now, cross-referencing them with the database, I found 2 matches in Darling's old classified files. Unfortunately, I can't access them beyond the file codes, but one was P6, referring to a prime candidate for a potential future bureau director. This was logged years ago.
Dylan. Is that Dylan?
The other match is on something called Hedron, which must be connected to these Hedron resonance amplifiers somehow. All I know is that Marshall went to the research sector to secure the HRA production after the Hiss first attacked.
So, Marshall seems like our best lead on Dylan.
I need to go after her. How can I get to the research sector?
Use my keycard. The sector elevator will take you there.
Hooray! Key cards.
Marshall is the next step. What Emily told me about Ordinary, my powers being connected to things in the Bureau's past, I am so close to something. Do you feel it? Something's coming.
We take turns to come for a visit. I helped you. You owe me now. And when time comes, I will come calling.
Hooray!
Hope has asked us to document the Hiss incantation, she calls it.
You mean like in person?
Or countermeasures. Are these things? These are fun. Extra shit I can do. Let's see. Purge mode, we'll take it. And there's then using shatter. These. I don't have spin mode yet. Well, I can probably make it. I don't think I've got
Person
yet.
with a pencil and paper.
Right? Yeah, no, just spin, which I can make. Okay, we'll do it. Sure, might as well.
I think she's trying to get us.
Abilities. We're gonna want more launch damage. Just launch damage all the way down.
Killed.
There. Let's head this way. See if we can get to a fight. Hi, Gleam. Oh, we're at this door. How are you? Everyone just showing up at the same time today. There we go. God, Shatter is so good. I think there's one other person that just spawned. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. Now I kill people in one hit with launch, though. Hit it with a chair. Hooray! Okay, I just wanted to get into a fight here to get those things done. Alright, that's it. All we needed.
I heard the Hiss attack the power plant. Brings up a lot of new questions.
I love launch in this game too, though. Just being able to grab all the objects in the fucking place and just throw them at people. Very good. Or hooray. What do we got now? I didn't mean to abandon that. Okay, like, go away so I can read things. Don't have charge mode. I'm not going to use spin. This troopers, we'll take that. Without getting hit, no thanks. Less elevated. If it comes up, it comes up. Don't have Pierce. Since we're not going to be there, no. Charge, sure.
The power plant is largely confidential.
Now we're going to somewhere else.
No use guessing the Hiss's motives if we. Don't even know what kind of.
Let's do that one.
What?
Real quick. Energy converters. How's the kitty in the cone? I missed that. I missed the cone conversation, I guess. Wrong way. No. Wow, can't believe I died. I thought I was doing okay. I guess he wasn't the only one left. Grumpy? Yeah, they tend to be when you put a cone on them. I'd be grumpy too if I had to wear a cone. Alright, well, failed that one. rest of these are just killing dudes. I need to go here and use the elevator. At least it doesn't stay in there for like days. It was like we found it a week later. That'd be gross. I mean, probably dry out for it. Super gross, but yeah.
Containment sector. Panopticon. Altered items. Maximum security prison. Dangerous.
Check out these other sectors too. I think I haven't been to anything except maintenance. That was research where I started. Okay. Maybe? No. It is not. I love this room though.
Research sector of the Federal Bureau of Control. I'm Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi. So, this is where the magic happens. Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And through those years, we've made astonishing discoveries, authored studies of grave importance, and in all this work, there is one thing we know, and that's how little we truly know. Rest assured, we're committed to keep pushing the known laws and borders of reality, and to make the Bureau proud. So, welcome. Assuming you have the necessary clearance, and do follow the safety protocols. Read the manual. Otherwise, bad things will happen.
Research sector, huh? Home of the Bureau's mad scientists.
Just because they're scientists doesn't mean they're mad. They just do awful things. I've already gotten more food at the code. Nice. Excuse me. Can you? Okay. You're blocking the movie. I don't know what the movie is, but you seem to be in the way. Ruining my viewing experience. Took them both out with a finch. Like, we went from this to Alan Wake 2. Not that Alan Wake has psionic powers given to him by a special paranatural gun, but, like... This game's combat is so satisfying. Okay, we're definitely not going that way. Whereas Alan Wake 2, I think, had to... Maybe not had to. Felt like it needed to be like Alan Wake 1. Whereas this game didn't have anything to be like. And it's great because you are managing resources. So you've got energy, which is for dodging, throwing. There's a shield, there's other abilities too. And then you have your ammo, which is that. And all your weapon forms share that ammo, and you're bouncing back and forth between those two things. Copyrighted music! Pow! Which is muted, so we don't hear it. But Control is very good. I love the setting, I love the combat. Everything about it's great. Projectile choke may be useful. Experience, Poets of the Fall, My Dark Disquiet, answer questions within 2 minutes of listening. Songs elicit any particular memories? If so, elaborate. Did you at any point feel a strong emotion? If so, what emotion? Did a clear image of a weapon appear in your mind during the song? If so, elaborate. Write a detailed description of your current surroundings as you see them. Have you ever heard of the murmur of voices when no one is present? So what do they say? Do you hear them now? Please choose one from the following of each pairs. 1 or 2, A or B, day or night, apple or orange, burn out or fade away. I don't think this is going to do anything either. Because I've muted the sound of the copyrighted music. Whee! Know if there's anything I can actually do in that room? I think it's just supposed to be a thing. Dirty speakers. Oop, that's mold. Whoop. Right? Oh, it's not actually hurting me yet. Can't go down there yet. That'll be a thing for later. Okay, so this is not the painful mold kind of thing, but that's where that leads. Can't go that way yet. Okay, so I picked the right one for research. Good. Go the long way. Whoop.
She's in trouble. I need to reach her.
Why not combine two? Get a cheesecake. Best of both worlds. Best? Best. Part of both worlds. That should have exploded. Cheesecake, cheesecake. Voices just make everything worse. So yeah, that guy's not having a good day. Too bad, just like ruining all the equipment they've set up.
Similar to an iceberg, what you see is not what you always get. Regardless, this place is vitally important to the Bureau. Most information on the astral plane is classified, but we can talk in broad strokes, keeping in mind that these are staggeringly complex systems, and simplification does them no justice. Now, the white non-space, the ever-present inverted black pyramid, the board, all linked, intrinsically tied to the oldest house, tied to the director, the process of choosing a director, tied to all objects of power in terms of who controls them. Yes.
I can't say I have a candy weakness, but I did recently learn that Lindor has a strawberry flavor. And that is just wild to me. There we go, there's the sniper rifle. We'll get that eventually. I don't use it very much, but it does come up sometimes. Does 15 damage, but the damage while health is low by 59%. Wow, that would be crazy. There was the choke. 7%. We'll get into more of that stuff, I think, when I get more slots. Hi, LB. I didn't see raspberry. They have orange and matcha and a bunch of flavors that I've never seen before on their website.
An early hypothesis was that the mindscape of the astral plane is subjective, but that was fast proven wrong. It's an actual
Mango is another one.
Not a construct of the mind, even though it is with our minds that we enter and experience it. But then one could argue that that's the case with all reality. We've been able to record footage of the astral plane by monitoring the brain activity of those experiencing it. That is the only concrete material that has come out of the astral plane expeditions. Apart from one shocking exception. In the astral plane footage, we're always in the vicinity of the pyramid. We've concluded that this, not the entire plane, is what the board controls. We have glimpsed movement, native species, always in the distance, and yet contact was made. We don't have footage of this, a technical malfunction, but when one of our astronauts returned, a brain cloud, an astral fugue, had hitchhiked a ride in his head. It ruptured out, killing the subject in question. It's a relentless predator, pursuing thoughts, minds, lethal to those the entity feeds on. Proper containment protocols are to be observed when dealing with it.
They keep that thing here.
Well, sounds like things are going wrong. The flashing light warning? Yeah, that was in the beginning of the game.
What was the Bureau doing?
There are
with
plenty of flashing lights in this game for sure.
Someone answer, damn it! We need backup down here.
Marshall, are you still there?
Shit. We're so close. We need to hurry.
I'm gonna die. Yep. Not in a good spot for that. Also didn't mean to flip my weapon to the grip mode. That's the boss later, which is pretty cool. All right, try this again. Anyone else want to fire rockets at me? I did have a guy behind me. There he is. Wasn't ready for that last explosion. Captive audience. Just get the X-ray light box object of power. Is that coming up? I guess. We'll look at missions in a second. The luck department. What we got? Gnosis Lab. Am I near that? I have no idea. Probably gonna be around here somewhere. Hypnosis Lab. There, okay. Before we do that, towards go. Going there now. Using charge. Okay, that's okay. Now we need to take. Did I already activate the mission? I don't even remember. It is tracked. Where am I going for that? Executive doesn't tell me. Everything ends up in dead letters anyway, so let's go there first. Go to the communications department. Okay. Guys. I didn't kill enough enemies. And here we go. Oh, wow, that's a lot more. That was more than I was expecting. Got it done though. didn't fail that one. Oh, dodge efficiency. That's good. I don't know if we're gonna be doing that many unless there's a fight in here. Usually they spawn immediately though, so I guess not. No? Okay. dodge efficiency 2, which is 10 instead of 7, which is not that much better, but probably not even like one more dodge. Come on, just let me get into a fight, please. Boo.
I heard the Hiss attacked the power plant. Brings up a lot of new questions.
Did I already run by the mailroom? I don't remember. It was by pneumatics. I think it's after the communications department, though. Roguelike deck builder train operator sim. I want to say it already exists. I just have that feeling, you know? That is a dark bathroom. Okay, I've already been in here. On the roadmap. I don't know how to go in there yet. We'll get there. That was close. Honestly, though, I don't think that's ever gonna happen. As cynical as I am about developers making games, especially when it involves roguelike elements and deck building, I don't think there are enough people into brain operator sims to make that a reality. One, because people into train operator sims probably don't want roguelike deck building elements in their game. So you'd have to ditch the sim element. But if you ditch the sim element, maybe a very niche group in Japan would love to see that. We'll be back to executive. Design it using blockchain and AI? Nah, blockchain's dead. We're not doing blockchain stuff anymore. AI, absolutely. We've moved on from blockchain.
Marshall, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Who is this?
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm coming to help.
Faden?
Hold on. I'm setting the elevator for you. We need to talk.
She got that right.
From regular train simulators, yeah, but what I'm saying is if you add that stuff, it's not a sim anymore. It would be too different. We wouldn't have a train sim anymore. It would just be a train game. And I'm not super familiar with it, but is that not... Would that not just then be Ticket to Ride? Okay, we need to... Can I sort this, like, at all? No. Yes, yes I can. Backspace, that's weird. Rarity, yeah. Type might be better, yeah. That's 29. Here's some of these. The top one. Better dump efficiency. Kind of funny. Launch energy cost. We'll keep 11 and 10. If I unlock a new one, I might be stacking these as much as I use launch. Tax its original game. Do not steal. That. Those two. Accuracy, yep. Energy gained from headshots. I'm honestly not going to be getting a whole lot of those. I feel like I stacked those for a while. It's not updating anywhere. That was weird. It just got locked on this one and didn't switch. Okay, so might be doing that. Damage low on health. That could come in handy, but alright. Into the elevator. The blockchain is used as a seed for procedurally generated train cars, but that's not even how the blockchain would work.
Marshall is waiting for you in the Luck Lab, just down the hall.
You would need like a... You would need it to be like a, here's my train car. It's this model of train from this year, and now I put this on the blockchain to say that I own it, and now I can sell it to people for real money. So you too can have the 1947 Train Co. Fuck caboose. I don't know what they're called. I don't know. I don't know trains. Time for the luck department. There's an unlock here, if I remember right.
I was starting to worry.
I don't know if I can do it yet, though. Ma'am?
Congratulations on your appointment, Director Phaeton. I'm Helen Marshall, head of Bureau Operations. Zachariah's dead then, and I assume you found his gun.
Just call me Jesse. Trench told me to find you. He said you could help.
And he told you this through the hotline. Makes sense.
None of this phases her? Really?
Here's the situation.
So meet Sojourn.
Jordan created the HRAs in a lab nearby. We need more if we're gonna survive this attack. My rangers can't secure the lab alone, not against those things. We need more firepower.
At least she seems to know what's going on here. She could know about Dylan.
I can clear out the hiss. I'll be your firepower.
That's a good answer.
Is she testing me?
Darling has systems in place to protect his labs. This should help you get past them. We'll talk more after you clear out the hiss. Rangers, let her through. We'll have to
You
lock
cleared
the door
level
behind
5,
you.
so yeah, I can't do the
Sorry,
unlock here.
but we can't risk a breach.
Sure thing. Oh, nothing in here? Oh, there it is.
I see Rangers over there. We have to help them.
Oh, hey, friend. She gets so curly. Man, being able to actually aim at those guys, I can't get over play this game with the mouse. It's so much better. Ow. Ow. That guy had Shield, which is a fun ability that I never really used. Shield sounded really good on paper when I got it, and I don't think I used it maybe a handful of times. But what about the other direction? Can I go this way? Into the ritual office. Okay, so lore room. I know I said I would read stuff when I started this playthrough, but there is so much, and I probably would need to like stop at now and just read things, because there is actually some really good stuff in that. So we'll probably let's do that. Get that out of the way. Also, yes, shield. It's not so much that it's far more efficient. Shield is a really good ability, because there are going to be times in the game where I'm in a big open space and I need to heal and there's nothing around me. Shield has an ability where when you absorb damage, you heal yourself. It also can be used as a much bigger throw. So like, it sounds good, but the thing is, when you get shot with shield, it only stops like 6 bullets. And it goes. It's like the shittiest shield in the world. So it doesn't actually help you, and then it's gone, and then all the health you just got back just goes away. Sorry, you gotta move. So it was not a good ability for me. But anyway, we've got a lot of things here. See the charge. These guys are annoying. I'm probably not going to read these reports because these are just the enemies, and they're not as fun. They're not. They just explain like enemies. Serves as an introductory guide to the astronaut program, including candidate requirements, training practices, and astro research procedures. Astronauts are chosen individuals who explore and document the astral plane by making physical contact with the X-ray light box, which is in the hypnosis lab, which is where I'm going at some point. Section of the parapsychology division. Physical and psychological training is vital for the repeated transition between planes known as dives. After each dive, astronauts must undergo a redacted session in the cognitive recording chairs to record their experience in the plane. Gathered data is conclusively proven that redacted within the astral plane vary widely between astronauts. On rare occasions, these dives can result in losses, often occurring when teams encounter aggressive astral entities. Read that one. Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the users only accessed a video file, which contained portions of various Dr. Darling presentations. Investigators were able to track the user through their IP addresses. The following were confirmed identities of these users. Names. These individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 91 and have been placed under surveillance by our external investigation team. Further actions pending. I wonder where those names came from. Look, it's Trench. Let's see, who used the hotline? Bill Everett, Custodian, French, and Carol Bishop, right at the end? Yes. Research. Tell me very specific things. I think the exhibition was originally built for the astronauts to use as a training location, a place to grow accustomed to the sights and sounds of the astral plane before diving into the real thing. We could have done a better job with it, but Redacted was being stingy with the budget. Or once we discovered the Redacted, we decided to repurpose the space, similar to how zoos hope familiar surroundings will affect the well-being of their animals. We hope to observe the Redacted's behavior in an environment similar to its home dimension. So far, it just breaks everything we put in with it. But Rome wasn't built in a day. About 319, 3811 for full report. New naming conventions have also been established for the astral entity known as the Astral Spike. Outdated terms in this report have been redacted. Like, these just explain, like, game concept, I think. Yeah, there's just song questionnaire, synchronicity. Anyway, we read the control point one earlier. To the extent of the work of Irving Yanis, I'm assuming, Robert Barron, and others proposing strong causal links between groupthink and the passive the passive or active use of telepathy. To prove these connections, the Parapsychology Department carried out various variations of Solomon Asch's original conformity experiments using a telepathic individual as the subject. The experiments were redacted for details. Extensive qualitative and quantitative data resulting from these experiments was then used to identify telepathic interference within the group. Further empirical findings suggest measures can be taken to safeguard against telepathic influence on behaviors by engaging in redacted. Rather boldly, this paper stands to revolutionize decades of groupthink theory and provide new directions for further experimentation on the mind, including manipulation of redacted and redacted. Obsessive compulsive disorder, hoarding, anxiety disorders. While certain manifestations of these conditions are simply the result of mental illness, sometimes the individuals are simply performing redacted, called rituals. The redacted of rituals can vary. Numerology, dream logic, forfeiture, verbal formulae, repetitive action, and causal tethering are just some of the procedures involved. Some rituals are consistent, such as pulling the light switch cord 3 times to enter the motel. Some are erratic. While most people engage in minor rituals every day, the vast majority do not understand the importance behind their actions. Avoiding disaster, amassing luck, or simply locating lost keys are all the results of daily rituals. Individuals who recognize a deeper meaning behind these compulsive actions are inherently aware of the paranatural world and, when located, should be considered for employment at the Bureau for to file redacted for full report. Synchronicity and the unseen connections. Synchronicity is a phenomenon long recognized by the wise, but only recently given a name by science. Now we rationalize events connected by no identified causality, yet clearly conjoined in purpose. How does a dream foretell an event of this in the physical plane? Why do hounds bail at the death of their masters, which has occurred miles away? The world is unified in ways we do not yet understand, and sometimes we stumble across these invisible, unseen chords and wonder at the results. Visionary Carl Jung laid the road, now we must walk it. My fledgling research department will make it our mission to reliably reproduce redacted behavior by the close of 1959. Once done, mechanics of synchronicity will lay themselves bare in due time. We are striding into the future of science. History may not remember our names, but God himself will. Case files. There's the hotline. And when found, the object allows para-utilitarians to teleconnect with material. This is stolen from a Soviet military base located and redacted by agents redacted and redacted, the CIA. The tech contains launch codes to redacted missiles, believing to be reserved for use against redacted. After being returned to America, this began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant of the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. Object is a 1960s-era red bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs redacted. The object allows the director to communicate with the redacted. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause the lethal redacted. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests were run on the object, including redacted and redacted, but its origin remains unknown. And the merry-go-round horse. Fiberglass horse once used the seat of a merry-go-round ride. The pole is still connected to the object. The object is capable of moving short distances at high speeds. It can be quite dangerous when redacted in its path. It is currently bound by redacted. The object was discovered at the site of an abandoned amusement park. Local redacted reported that the rides around move on their own and that they would be chased out. When these rumors reached the Bureau, see America Overnight episode 235, agents were dispatched to investigate. 3 local redacted were found dead at the scene. The object attacked Agent Redacted by redacted. Agent invoked Formula C5 to redacted the object long enough to redacted. Getting to the redacted stuff is just really funny. The Butte summary. Event summary. A spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butte, where Bureau agents discovered a translocated light switch cord. Event response. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at Redacted, which had been connected to a total of redacted disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, An agent pulled the light switch and the cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house blank days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Butte's home's closet disappeared during this incident. This redacted person sounds really important. Keeps showing up, yeah. Butte supplementary. According to their testimony, the agents had been transported from the Butte home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino, and discovered a room key by performing a ritual. The file MOT-01, the key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside this room, they were transported to the oldest house. Disappearances of the home's owner and other locals of Butte have been attributed to the light cord switch. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and paths. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in the Butte home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. Time of writing, redacted light cords have been found in the oldest house located in the redacted and redacted sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly this link operates is redacted, but initial hypotheses center on the Butte AWE as a redacted. Emergency call summary. A possible AWE in which an unnamed individual experienced transcorporeality via the phone line. Event is notably similar to AWE redacted, in which redacted event is believed to have been caused by redacted as a result of following measures have been taken to prevent redacted. Redacted. Details. Transcript of the call to the California State Emergency Services. Dispatcher 911, what's your emergency? Hello, I'm here. Can you hear me? I can hear you, ma'am. Where are you? I'm, inside the wires. I'm lost. Ma'am, have you been drinking tonight? I feel like I'm stretching through the wire towards you. Don't hang up. I might go if you hang up. Go where, ma'am? Go. Gone. Away. Okay, and can you describe your surroundings? Unknown noise. Ma'am? Hello? Ma'am? Dispatcher attempted to call the number back, but it was no longer in service. In the Havana summary, auditory event occurred in the United States Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Redacted deaths were reported, and the outgoing information has been managed. Your agents arrived at the embassy in the same day as the event was reported through federal channels, but were too late to witness the AWE, which is reported to have been redacted. Staff experienced sudden intense vibrations and noise accompanied by an intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for redacted minutes. No visual phenomena was witnessed. The scene was cordoned off and the embassy staff were transported to the continental USA. After Formula I-9 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as the altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. And again, when I picked that up, like I said, that was a real thing that happened. The rubber duck. This is why I always mention the rubber ducks in it, and there are rubber ducks to collect in this game, which is why I always mention them in Outline 2. Discovered by the home of Agent Redacted after his young daughter complained of being followed by her rubber duck. According to Agent Redacted, the matter was ignored, believed to be the result of the child's imagination, until he began to hear the quacking at night. After discovering the item hiding in his daughter's closet, he brought it to the Bureau for study. It was discovered that Agent Redacted was bringing known paranatural materials into his home, illegally taking them from outside the oldest house. How this may have affected the creation of an alternate item is being investigated. Agent Redacted has been terminated. And they probably mean killed, I guess, because why would you let them live? Dear Mr. and Mrs. Potts, I regret to inform you that your son, Graham Potts, was killed in active duty this past week. While the details surrounding his death are classified, I am honored. There is so much to read. While the details surrounding his death are classified, I am honored to tell you he died in the service of his country. You can be proud of his courage in the face of danger and his commitment to protecting our nation against her enemies. He will be remembered by his comrades and colleagues. I sincerely regret the pain this message will bring you. Take some solace in knowing that his sacrifice helped protect the country he loved so much. His effects will be returned to you with all speed. Dearly yours, Howard J. Murray, Deputy Chief of Communications, Bureau of Control. I'm glad he didn't say Alaska. Arish, escaped OP, Pension Maintenance Staff. An object of power escaped the Panopticon a couple weeks ago, and they want everyone to keep an eye out for it. So if anyone sees a merry-go-round horse zipping around the sector, alert me immediately. Do not try to contain it on your own, and definitely don't bind it to yourself. Hey Simon, I got your message. Yeah, if someone in the sector is asking about Ahti, just tell him you'll handle it and leave it at that. Under no circumstances should any personnel intervene with his day-to-day routine. I told you everything I know about him so you could better deal with his odd habits, but yes, it's still very much a classified matter. Also, I saw your report about the quarry worker who wandered into the Foundation. Detaining him was the right move. We'll figure out what he saw before we decide on next steps. Cheers, Lynn. P.S. What? That came out weird. In case you hadn't noticed, something is up between Trench and Darling. I know this isn't your strong suit, but try your best to stay out of it. Yes. I don't know why my mouth did that. Thank you for the file. It was very helpful. I've re-archived it with the BlackRock research in case you need to refer to them again. BlackRock is not the investment firm. I mean, that's going to come up later. Yes, the video shoots are always interesting. I expect my availability for those to decrease in the future. However, as my analysis of this newly discovered BlackRock variant is researching a critical point, I hope you will be able to attend them still. Darling seems to be under a lot of pressure lately, and I'm sure he would appreciate any support you can provide. Regarding the analysis you provided, I do not have any questions. Thank you for your expeditious delivery. The bottom part of that. Hi, Carla. Does it strike you as odd that Darling insists on having us appear in those bizarre videos of his? I mean, we just stand there. He doesn't even let us have lines or anything. Don't get me wrong, beats a day in the lab. Plus, it's always great to work with you. Oh, yeah, I finished the comparative analysis of the 2 BlackRock samples you sent. The Prism, or whatever you called it, I filed them into the usual place under C for Carla. A handy mnemonic device, right? Haha. Anyway, let me know if there's anything you want to discuss about the data. I'll gladly explain. Maybe we could chat about it over some drinks, or dinner even. I can't remember the last time I had a good steak. Maybe we could go together after work sometime. I'm free tomorrow. Both some of these sound like Aperture Science things. Yeah, some of them are just wild, and I do think some of the weirder things are even better. Which is why I'm reading this stuff, because there's a lot of good stuff in these that kind of flesh out what's going on, because there's stuff that's actually mentioned in, like the rubber duck. There's stuff that's mentioned in these notes that will come up in the game, but they're not like central to the plot, which I think is neat. Which is why I feel like I should read things. Pay attention to Alberto. This time, this is the last time I'm explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted via the directorial override and maintenance once the director is satisfied that the situation is under control. Internal lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by a code red containment breach based on some complicated system that security and research slapped together. It can only be lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, high clearance individual gives the system the all clear. This process is not the same as the directorial override stop saying so in documentation. I know it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Like, let's just make sure our staff understand how this mess all works. The information campaign summary of Willow AWE. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack in the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public way less likely to redact it. So another AWE behind us, and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone, and it's a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean that we can stop monitoring Redacted and Redacted for any off-message opinions, but it looks like we're in the clear. Travel costs. Visited the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel. Wasn't that wait, the Starlight Motel? I don't remember anymore. In and Out. Aztec Court, Sleepy Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, and A+ Lodge. You wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state, but hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. Stay on the road. IG L. Hines, Poison Research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. For funding, All executive staff, I know there are some concerns regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget. So long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from scrutiny in many respects. Our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, then they will be granted by the U.S. Treasury without question. The FBC is just another line in another spreadsheet some lowly accountant won't even notice. Their eyes will skip over us as if we weren't even there. The nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. Greetings, Director Trench. This is why I'm not like reading things. I feel like half the stream would be reading if I just stopped to do this. Like, it's already been 20 minutes. Greetings, Director Trench. Thank you for approving my... Not that I'm complaining, because, like I said, I've explained. But, God, there's so much. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters come from us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Services as undeliverable. The Postal Service as undeliverable. Bureau and the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us to insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. I am losing it. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information as suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials. So thank you again. Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. Unstable area notice. Due to recent fluctuations of the nearest control point, the area stability has been downgraded to yellow. Reference chart: green, stable; yellow, low possibility of unanticipated building shifts; orange, high likelihood of unanticipated building shifts; red, frequent unanticipated building shifts. Book Club. Hello, avid readers. The Bureau Book Bunch will convene to the usual spot in the corner table of the cafeteria at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Currently reading Unless You by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get their reviews to me by Monday before lunch so I can generate some conversation starters before the meeting. Happy reading. Book Club Notes for Penny by L. Sampson. So, I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around almost like a catchphrase got real annoying real fast. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the Fixers. Obviously, because they had the coolest tech, and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and guns space hippies or a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on Sunday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade City Planet... and convert the entire population using those brain worms, and that space dog fight between the two ace pilots, sign me the fuck up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. Mail tube complaint. Hey, Bozer, get this. The accounting department still says they haven't received my expense reports. They say the receipts probably got lost in the mail tubes because of a shift or a threshold or some sort of such fuckery. And if I don't have the originals, they can't verify my expenses for reimbursement. Such bullshit. Why do we even use these fucking tubes if they split our mail into some other goddamn dimension? Just venting here before I make formal complaints. Useless piece of shit. Plant complaint. Hey, so I was just wondering about the plants and research. Is it really necessary to sing to them? I mean, the janitor does have a nice voice, and the plants sure seem to like it. Maybe he could just switch it up a bit? Getting pretty tired of the tango. And where do these plants even come from? No one seems to remember when they were planted, and people like them a bit too much if you ask me. And we're being invaded by houseplants? We're looking into... Hey Malcolm, yes, tea time is at 7. I'll see you at the course on Sunday morning. By the way, have you heard about this Tennyson report? Apparently there's a bunch of copies drifting around the office. Trench is looking into and getting his hands on any information about who wrote it. You wouldn't happen to have heard anything about that, would you? See you Sunday. Game reminder. Next game is Wednesday at 8, usual spot. Hazard owes me $20. Arish still on a fucking winning streak. Someone please figure out how he's cheating. Thompson suspended for a game because of that shady dealing incident. Guy, I owe you $60. I brought beers last time, so it's Hepstunstall's turn. Dead letters. You may concern, I am being contacted by the past presidents of the United States of America. They appear as spirit guides, giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America, but I can't really understand him. They all have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower, and I don't know a thing about lawnmowers. Explain that. I have a great dead man telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. I'll know the White House could use me. Yours in earnest, James Bartholomew. I had a dream, and I built the thing that I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones anyone knows. A new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator, and the coils from my toaster, and the fans, plus the timing belt from my car's engine, and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet. The dream said I should learn how. He would learn how on his own. This is just the beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address in the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. Anyway, yeah, the non-official ones are the best. And we don't need this stuff. This is just like explaining all those cutscenes, and this is all the stuff we've already seen and heard. So, hooray! All the reading is done. There will be tons more on Wednesday. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Sorry for my droning, monotonous voice for 35 minutes or whatever. Anyway, we will be back to this on Wednesday. I'm very excited to get into this game because there is going to be much more weird things, especially when you get the Panopticon. There's going to be like the extra boss fights and stuff like that. The DLC, all that stuff is going to be very cool. So I'm excited for that. There's an indie game that came out a couple years ago, I want to say, that is based on an SCP article. We're going to see that actually same SCP article referenced in this game, which I think would be very funny. Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm having a lot of fun with this being on PC. It looks so much better on PC too. It should, obviously, what with ray tracing and all that. But Thursday is going to be more Deus Ex 3. I don't even remember where we left off with that. It's all been overwritten by Lethal Company at this point. Which, speaking of Lethal Company, Saturday, if people are up for it, we will be playing more Lethal Company. Because we've been having a lot of fun. We played more yesterday, and had a lot of fun things to do. We're getting better at it, getting more money. We haven't seen all the planets yet, but we have had a blast. So we'll see more of that on on Saturday. We will not give LB any jetpacks. Maybe once as a treat. We'll see. Depends on how well she does for money. If she can get 700 credits herself, we'll get her a jetpack. She'll have to keep track, though. I'm not counting. And then we'll be back to this on Monday. Yeah. We might... I'm gonna look into it. We might mod it for Saturday. I don't know if... because we might have more than 4 people. And it's easily moddable. It's a Unity game, so you mod all those the exact same way. And we'll see. I don't want to mod it quite so much. I don't want to go overboard on the mods because mods tend to be unstable. But we'll see. We'll talk about it, and I'll see what's out there. There's a couple mods that I've had my eye on, but yeah. So with that, I will see you all on Wednesday. So thank you all for joining me. I'm excited to share this game with people. And yeah, take care and good night.